Now they are leaving. Goodbye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
I'm Marius, a 21-year-old captain of sailing vessel Tranquility, an old aluminium sailboat which I just bought with the intention of sailing it around the Med before heading back home to Norway. In Norway, the boat will undergo major changes, one of which will be rebuilding the entire interior of the boat from scratch, filling it with cozy interior, insulation and a wood-fired stove. Join me and all the crew if you want to see what life is like sailing the Med on a tight budget.
So now we are entering the river into where we're gonna stay for a couple of days. And we just went to fill some diesel this morning, and Nora has left us, so now it's only me and Malin left. So me and Malin has arrived. Tranquility is there, and we've gone with the trash, and now we're gonna fill water, and it's a big adventure every time. So I think here we need to connect them. We've borrowed an extra hose because our hose is not long enough. Now we're gonna connect them together and then get water in our boat, because we've been out of water the past 3 days and done dishes with salt water. It's gonna be nice. I just picked up packages on the dock, and I have the sewing needles for the sail, inverter so I can charge my computer while I am not at the dock, and also I got this huge one here, which is a tiller extension, which means I can steer like an extender. But first I'm gonna build a new tiller, and then I'm gonna install this. I'm gonna install this inside, and this I'm gonna use to patch the sails. So I've become kind of distracted in what I was gonna do, because I found this very cute cat, but she's really afraid of people. But she looks hungry. I don't know. I want to give her some tuna. By the way, here's how we store our food. It's a lot of canned food, because we don't usually have supermarkets nearby. So I'm not gonna show you this compartment, because that's only cookies. I love cookies. But when you're a sailor, you get really good at making food with canned stuff. And every time you find a cheap store, you buy so much canned stuff, and then it's just, when you have 5 people on board, it's just flying away. I knew we had corn. I searched for that all day yesterday and didn't find it. I'm gonna send a picture of that to the previous crew. This is some kind of fish. I'm gonna give that to the cat. This cutie right here. You smell that? She's so gonna eat that. So skeptical. Oh. Oh, she likes it. That. She's still a bit aggressive, but she's like, she don't want to attack me now. I think this is my favorite part of Italy. All the cats wanting to say hello. She's so cute. She's kind of shy, but now she's really enjoying herself. Look at her. You curious about the camera, eh? I swear my YouTube channel is turning into a cat channel. Oh, oh, cutie. Oh, she's really enjoying the head rubs. Look at that. Oh, she loves it. Oh, yeah. She's so blue eyes. That's so weird. Yes. I've been just walking for 4 hours today, maybe a little more, to get to the wood store and back. There was no good bus connections and I was thinking of hiking, but I never did. But to get wooden plank for the new tiller. And I was just hoping to get a wooden plank that was at least like ish the length and a little wider and higher than this, so I could cut everything and make it. So look at this beauty. I got only 25 euros, like, and it's like way better than I could have ever done it. It's the exact measurement, and it's not like bordered hair where it goes into the metal part, but it's round hair. So it's, oh, I'm so happy about it. I thought I would have to work so much to get it to size, but it's already perfect.
That evening my parents came to see me, so the next day we taxied into the city to take a look at all the normal tourist attractions.
Went okay. I can't lift the tiller, and that's really annoying right now, and it's still sticky because it's oiled, but still better than the previous one, and it's very beautiful. quite a special moment. It's my first time moving the boat alone. I've never been driving alone on the boat. It's kind of crazy. Or yeah, actually when the anchor dragged and I rowed the dinghy in the storm and got off and towed the anchor out. But except that, I'm not driven purposely alone. And it's really nice. I need some alone time. I need a week alone. There's coming a new guy in 4 or 5 days. 3 days. But 3 days should be good. I haven't been alone in like 3 months, so 3 days is pretty good. I should take down that. And we are getting out of the river. We're starting to fall because we're getting out of the river. I think this over here is a future marina, which isn't done or completed building, but the stones around this, on the map it shows the plan on how it's going to be. The app Navally, very good in the med. Everyone is recommending different anchoring spots and stuff, and they're saying there as well that people are anchoring there now, so I like when marinas are not done because I don't have to pay and I can anchor, which is very nice. Perfect. Sun is set now, but we still have the sunlight to navigate. I'm just gonna go around that blinking orange light, there you see it, and go in there. I see one sailboat mast in there and it's huge, the place inside here. So if I didn't get crew the 19th, that's just stay. I need a break, I need a holiday. I usually do, but now I'm gonna have a holiday alone, where I'm gonna do a lot of boat work. That's holiday. So I am here, and it's so messy in the boat, and I'm really tired. I was like, oh, it's so nice to be alone and finally chill. And now the Coast Guard just came and asked me a lot of questions. I was like, no, please don't say it's not okay to stay here. I don't want to go alone out now. And I didn't say that, of course. They just asked where I was from and everything, and then they said good evening. I was like, good evening, goodbye. I had to cut a little more, but now it is going all the way up. Oh, actually all the way. So I can take it as long as I want up, and then it goes down to here, and I don't want it to go more down, so it's muy buen. Now I really have to clean this, but this is when it's how it's gonna look when it's on land, because the rudder has always been slamming and stuff when waves pass, and I think also that's what's tearing the tiller apart. But now with these elastic ropes, it's always free to move, but it's also trying to keep it in balance. It looks horrible. I might have to move it a bit back, and it's also a lot of mess right now. Also, the tiller extension, I was thinking if I'm gonna stay somewhere for multiple days, I can take it off. But if I'm just gonna leave it be for a little while, I'll just put it like that. It's the same way I fasten my sails. So now it's up. And this is so amazing, because now I can just use this however I like. Now I lost the rope. It's possible to remove pretty easily. And if I'm gonna use it, actually, I'll just take off the elastic bands, take off this, and then take off this, take off the rope, or not take off the rope and take on the autopilot, whatever I prefer. And we have a very functioning tiller with a tiller extender, soon on autopilot. I'm gonna open that now. Boat, it's the most heavy simple pilot I have, I think. It's this one. It's really heavy. It's like my previous one, only everything is inbuilt. So in this you have the compass and you have the control unit and you have the drive unit, of course. So I just fallen asleep, and Coast Guard came here today as well, but today they wanted to, first they woke me up, and then they wanted to dock, and then they wanted the full documentation and everything. 11:30. I'm trying to get a good day-night cycle. Well, whatever. I get like proof of documentation or whatever. I don't know. They gave me a copy. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for. Boat life. I've started stitching the mainsail. Now I'm starting to get seasick because the waves have built to a bit higher than you want to stitch a sail in. So now the boat, the police boat, just passed me again this evening as well. Third day in a row, and they good evening, control. And I'm like, this is the third day. You already had control yesterday. They're like, oh, okay, good evening. And then they left. So trick, if you're a criminal and you don't want them to have control on you, you just say you had control here yesterday. So I think they have their harbor right outside here, and every evening at about 9 or 10 o'clock they drive out on their new shift, and then they start controlling every single boat they see. And because my boat is anchored right outside where they have their harbor, they just say hello every single night. So my day-night cycle will now be go to bed when they come, or sorry, go to bed when they've passed me, because that way I can sleep. I'm, by the way, making some progress. I'm procrastinating a lot because I don't like stitching, but it wasn't that bad actually. So it tore all the way from here. So I've stitched in my beautiful fashion. To me, I don't like, this is gonna take me to Gibraltar. I've gotten a quota. I'm gonna talk about what quota or what company I'm gonna choose to buy sails from later. But anyways, this needs to get me to Gibraltar, and now I'm in Rome, so it's not that far. So to me, it needs to be strong enough. This part I had used tape earlier, so now this is way better. Now I'm going forward. Me and Ruben, this is Ruben. He came here yesterday. We just went grocery shopping here. So we motored from there to there, calibrated the autopilot. And now we're going back again because it's way better to stay there. And tomorrow we are going to do the passage. And the autopilot works splendidly. Also basically done with stitching the sail. All the tape. Yeah, I wasn't motivated to continue stitching today. Yeah, maybe another day. We'll see. Okay, this one, I like this one. Yeah, oh, that's how I want to see it. Yeah.
Now that the preparations are done, we are ready to head towards Sardinia first thing in the morning. Join our next episode to see how a short passage became a very long passage after the head sail completely tore apart.